Hey guys, Insomnia here with some more AFK Arena. Welcome to Sunday's live stream. As you know, we are on the pay to win account. We're going to go ahead and finish out a couple things here. We want to finish out the Misty Valley, clean out the Arcane Labyrinth, possibly do some of our progression in the campaign. But overall, this is the Q&A, which I absolutely love to do a couple times a month. That way we can ask questions if it's about the Abyssal Expedition, if it's about formations. A lot of different questions come up that it's hard to find specific answers to, which is, again, why I absolutely love going into the live stream. So what's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me. Like I said, I went through here. I actually stripped all the gear off of our heroes because I'm not sure who we're going to need through the next part of the Misty Valley. We got 20 days left, but we want to finish it out today. We finished the first 10 levels last time, so the last 10 levels are actually up at this point. Here we are, stage 11, which we have light bearers and achieve victory without any warriors and rangers. Should be able to do that, I'm thinking, because we only need 4 light bearers, so no warriors, no rangers. So we have Lucius, which is a tank. Gwen is a ranger, so we cannot use her. Support. Can't use her, so we're going to be short, actually. We're going to have to go through and finish it the first time. Misty, yeah, I know. I've noticed that with the Misty Valley, it seems like it's really, really easy. Even a lot of my accounts that have really tough time through the Misty Valley, this time has just absolutely destroyed it. I haven't had any stopping points for any of my accounts with the Misty Valley, which I'm pretty impressed with. Which is better, Brutus or Iran? 100% Iran is better. What's going on, Javid? Iran, absolutely. Brutus, the only thing that people build Brutus for is his immunity shield, which there are far, far better heroes than Brutus. So again, a lot of people will go ahead and drop Brutus. Yeah, it's weird with the gear, and I don't like that at all, Javid, because if you guys noticed, when you do take off the gear, the artifacts make a difference. The gear really doesn't, but if you look, his gear changes with everything that I do, which I don't like at all, but there's a Mauler stage with Flora that is hard. It seems like the Mauler stages are the very, very difficult one, especially when it comes to the Maulers in here. The Mauler Tower, absolutely everybody hates the Mauler Tower out of all of them, but it's funny because out of the videos that I do, most people love the Maulers, which is interesting combination of the two. Only issue is pre-chapter 25 Misty if you have 4 to 5 ascendants. Yes, and that's why most of them don't require the full teams anymore. As you've seen, even here, we need 4 light bearers. We do not need 5 light bearer teams. They really learned that from the first time we did the Misty Valley, when they were running the requirement for 5 light bearers was the original Misty Valley that a lot of people absolutely did not like because it was super, super hard to complete the stages if you didn't have 5 Maulers, which was the case of a lot of players did not have 5 Maulers to go through here. So we cannot do any ranger and no warrior. So we got support. We'll take out a ranger. All right, so we got 3 support there, but who are we going to put in? We're going to have to put in some mages. So let's go ahead. We'll drop Sophia in here, which will be hopefully the damage we need. Then I'm thinking maybe Sophia will be enough. Let's see if Sophia is enough to go ahead and complete this one. Stage 12 and 29. Yeah, we'll be at stage 12 in a minute. What is the best team comp for chapter 21? Mystical, that really depends on who you have. So when you start reaching pretty much chapter 20 plus is when you'll start building team comps. Damon has a strong team comp. The Gwen with Arthur has a strong team comp. Light bearers, if you're running all light bearers, are pretty strong up until about chapter 28. Same with Wilders. If you're running Wilders, very, very strong team comp as well. Signature item, 30 Taylene or Saurus. If you're running Taylene, OGL, I would definitely go with Taylene if that is a hero you're running. Saurus will allow you to get more Twisted Essence from the bosses, which is going to make a huge, huge difference in the long term because the more Twisted Essence, the higher level essentially you're going to get on your heroes. So kind of torn between those two. It's kind of tough. Like I said, if you're using Taylene in your formation right now, I would 100% go with Taylene, just because Taylene is going to be super powerful as you continue in the campaign. Taylene is strong. Taylene is very, very strong. Not sure here if Sophia is going to be enough to go ahead and take this one down. Might have to swap out a couple of heroes because it looks like it's just going to be a waiting game with too many supports, but we can try it again. Good morning and night. No, definitely not. Good morning. Belinda and Gwen are both super, super powerful heroes. Again, here I feel like we're going to have to swap out for some more damage. Another mage. Both Belinda and Gwen are very, very powerful heroes. Don't use ascended heroes as food. General rule of thumb, just for the fact that they rework the heroes. They rework the heroes, and they rework the heroes quite a bit. I mean, oftentimes. So in here, we don't really have anyone. We can go with, let's try Skarath. But reworking the heroes overall is how a lot of people got burned on Rain. Rain was unanimous fodder for a long, long time, has been unanimous fodder. And now she is pretty powerful, and a lot of players are actually using her for a couple different team comps. So overall, the unanimous fodder just kind of backfired, which here I'm not really paying that much attention here to the Misty Valley. But I love running Skarath. Skarath is so cool. We'll need Belinda in some tower stage. Yes, that's what I did with my team comp. Let's actually swap her down here. Thorin is very, very difficult to deal with. In the towers, you'll actually swap out quite a bit. When it comes to your tower stages, you'll see. So what I did, like my Lightbearer tower, I swapped out between Belinda and I swapped out Gwen. So when one damage didn't work, we actually just swapped it to another damage, essentially. And it seemed to work really, really well. Swapping between the two to push a ton of floors in the Lightbearer tower. Rain, like I said, there have been a few team comps that Rain has essentially came out of. That Rain is doing really well overall. Thank you, Sylvan. And what's going on, Sam? So there we go. First stage done. So that is stage 11. So we'll push through here. Factionless gear, just go to 3 stars. Yes, do not take factionless gear up past 3 stars. What would you do as a free-to-play player? Gather coins for Eziz as red chest. I would go Eziz. If you do not have Eziz built, he is used in Twisted Essence bosses. He is used in a lot of the campaign. Eziz is used for a lot of places. Yep, 100% Eziz until you have him up to Ascended. And then you can go from there. So here we have Maulers and no hero dying. All right, so let's swap out the Lightbearers that we had. Again, Lilith, one day we're going to get to remove all gear, which I've actually seen it in another game that someone was showing me. They sent me a screenshot of the remove all gear, which would be awesome to have. So I'm thinking we might be able to run this team. So that's our 4. And I actually want to drop in, let's go with Rowan to try to keep everyone alive because he has a plus 30 signature item and he has his furniture. So I'm hoping Tassie or Leica. That is always a very, very tough debate because both Tassie and Leica are very, very good. Tassie overall is more powerful than Leica. But if you're running Iran, you have to have Leica because of the haste and the kill ability with the defense reduction. So overall, Mystic, I would go with Tassie first. And what is good about Tassie and Leica is both of them only need the plus 30 signature item. So you actually don't have to completely max out their signature item, which this is going to be a tough stage. Yeah, this is going to be a tough stage because we know Sophia is going to go right in the confine. I'm hoping Titus can burn the back line down pretty quick. So we got Flora down. I think we might have got it. Look at Rowan. There we go. Got all 3 of them. That was a tough stage. Finally got Arthur, Insta SI20. Arthur is very, very powerful. If you don't have him built, I would absolutely recommend building him. Arthur with Gwen, with Pharrell, with a lot of heroes where their normal attacks are very powerful. He just absolutely makes them shine. Does a phenomenal job tanking as well. So here, Victory, Wilders. Ooh, K-Sauce and Drez. That'll be interesting. I don't believe I have either one of them built. So Wilders, K-Sauce, and Drez. I believe both of them. K-Sauce, we have one. Drez, we have one. That's going to be tough. Rigby doesn't die. I've heard that. Rigby is a hero that I'm building on my Lightbearer account. I have heard that Rigby is very, very hard to kill, which I would definitely like to see him built. Same with Maniac that sent me copies of Torn. Completely maxed out with the +9 furniture and with the +30 signature item. And just absolutely destroyed team after team after team. It was very cool to see the videos. But again, there's so many heroes in this game to build. You really kind of have to pick and choose who you are building. You cannot use red chest for dimensionals. Weren't they one of the, they're not one of the choices, Sam? I think you can. I think the red chest you can use for the dimensionals. Which this one we might have to swap Rowan in here as well. It's probably just going to be RNG though. There we go. Rigby and AE just sold me. Yeah, Rigby, and it's different with the Rigby in the Abyssal Expedition and a Rigby that you're using. I've had the exact same problem with Nakaruru that I fought in the Abyssal Expedition. Nakaruru just destroys my entire team. Her stun, her lockdown, just completely and absolutely destroyed my entire team. Which I think here we might have to murk one of these heroes. Not sure if we're going to be able to get these down because we need Drez and we need K-Sauce. So there's K-Sauce. Drez is very powerful. Drez is another hero that I definitely want to build. Haven't had an opportunity to get enough copies. As you can see, we hit level 311 already. So we've just been kind of cruising through here. Once I have enough fodder, is it worth building Gwen? Yes. Gwen does well. Gwen does really, really well with Arthur. Arthur's kind of the superpower to unlock Gwen. Then if you combine her with Rose, does even better. Does absolutely phenomenal with that combination. So here I'm hoping this might take a couple times. Is Twins at Mythic good enough till Taylene is ascended? Bloody Star, yes. That's what I did. Even if you've seen this account, we did the exact same thing. We kept, the Twins are at Mythic because essentially with the Twins, you have to have their signature item to really, really get them to perform. They do need the signature item. If you don't have it, she's not going to be very effective. That's kind of the big thing. We'll give this a couple tries. Like I said, with them being as low as they are, might have to swap this team around a little bit because I believe we're going to get destroyed with this combination. This is where it gets kind of difficult, is when you have a lot of heroes that are not built. But look at the RNG with the tornado. So we got to sleep there. Got it. Look at that. Build another carry besides Gwen because some stages... Yes, absolutely. Depending where you're at, you'll start building just a bunch of different team comps like we have here. We have most of the Lockout team, most of the Damon team. We have the Arthur Gwen team, and we also do have the Sophia Iran team. So we've been kind of going back and forth with the heroes that we're building. All right, stage 14, we need Graveborn and achieve victory with 5 different faction heroes. All right. So Graveborn on this one, so we'll continue through them. And of course, it's going to be the Celestial and the Hypogeans next. But Graveborn should be pretty easy here. And I always start with Damon. And Nara, as you can see, is already at 3 stars, so she is doing pretty good. We got Shamira up there. Theowen has been doing absolutely bonkers when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition, because on Golas, when she goes into her form where she can't take damage, Golas cannot damage her, making it very, very difficult to kill her because he can't damage her. So this one, we'll grab Sophia and we'll try this way once or twice. Do you have an empty slot on your friends list? I do not, Wooly, on this account. The friends list is completely full as of right now, but it is always changing. As you can see here with Theowen, she does this little, her little ability where she goes inside. Well, they can't target her, so she actually just destroyed pretty much everyone here with 14 million because they cannot target her when she is in that spectral form, when she actually haunts them. All right, 5 different faction heroes, which again shouldn't be too hard. So this one, I think we'll just keep Nara in and we'll drop out the rest of them. So 5 different heroes. So we'll go with Rowan here, Sophia here. Let's go with Iran, then we'll go with Nara, and we'll drop in Taylene. Absolutely love not having to switch all the artifacts, as you can see there. But gear, of course, still an issue. Should I start gazing for Taylene when I've got 10 to 12 ascended heroes? Nathan, roughly 12 heroes. 12 heroes is what we look for before you start gazing, because we don't want, essentially what's going to happen is one of 2 things. If you start stargazing too early, you are going to miss out on the Stargazer cards that you can get with heroes that you use, essentially, is going to be the problem that you find if you start stargazing too early. So here I'm hoping with Sophia in the back, we should be able to do quite a bit of damage. Early mid-game chapter 14, what should I buy from the Challenger store? Challenger store, Ramen is absolutely Eziz. Eziz, until you have him up to Ascended, he is the priority hero that you want to get out of the Challenger store. Once you've bought Ezio, all of your Challenger tokens will go to Eziz until you have him up to Ascended, because he is super powerful and he is used in a lot of different formations. Get Shamir to Ascended. Yep, thanks, Javid. Yep, Shamir to Ascended. Don't take Shamira's signature item past +20. +20 is all you need for Shamira. And this is our Celestial Hypogean Dimensional. Defeat at least 4 enemies in battle with the same hero. All right, so here we go. Celestials, Hypogeans, and Dimensionals. We should be able to do this pretty easy. Rowan is amazing. A lot of people ask, favorite hero in the game, Rowan. Rowan was absolutely 100% the game changer. When they came out with Rowan, it just destroyed everything. When they came out with Rowan, I was in chapter 18. After Aziz, should I go get Flora or Athalia? Bloody, I go Flora. As much as I like Athalia, the problem that I find with Athalia is there are a lot of heroes that replace Athalia. So spending a insane amount of resources, Challenger tokens, I would save and I would get Flora versus Athalia if you haven't already started building Athalia. If you already have her almost built, great. Go ahead and finish her off. If you don't have her kind of built, I would absolutely just pass on Athalia. Cecilia does really well. Oscar does really well. There are a lot of heroes that do really, really well that can replace Athalia, that essentially you'll use in the future, that a lot of people have replaced with, essentially. What to buy from the barracks? Elite Stones, yes, Elite Stones. Twisted Essence, you'll get over time, which defeat at least 4 enemies in battle with the same hero. We might, let me try this once or twice more. Might have to pull Iran out for this one, just because of his killing power. Usually we can get him to kill at least 4 heroes of the same. This one we actually lost Aziz pretty early. I have Athalia at 240. Athalia is good. Like I said, if you have Athalia built, Athalia is a very, very solid hero. If you have her built, which I think Nakaruru is taking some of the kills here. So let's actually drop. We'll take out Nako. We'll go with, let's go with Lucius. I'm hoping with no gear he can live at least enough to get a shield up. I think this is going to allow Taylene to pretty much kill everybody here. I bought Athalia once and then switched to Eziz. Yeah, so it's interesting because Bloody Star, a while ago when we had Eziz and Athalia were the only two heroes in the Challenger store. 100% everybody bought Athalia. Athalia was the hero to have, absolutely destroyed in so many cases. Athalia was the hero to have. And then they kind of started using Eziz. A lot of people started using Eziz in the same manner they were using Athalia, so kind of as the support role. And then Eziz, when the Twisted Essence came out with the bosses, Eziz 100% became the priority. What's going on, Jinxed? Got Eron with all support. That's what I'm thinking, Javid, is just doing the Eron. I wanted to see if we could just cheese it here. We're gonna have to go with our Eron support, but we got the first one done, so we'll keep Rowan. So we'll keep Taylene and the twins for support, which I'm thinking maybe swapping out Taylene just because Taylene has a tendency to kill everyone. But we'll go with Eron, and then we'll go with, I'm thinking Leica. That way Eron can actually kill them pretty quick. Yeah, Athalia does really, really well for PvP, Pixel, because of her bleed. The other thing where people have a lot of, I guess, issues with Athalia is for Athalia to be really, really useful, Athalia does have to have a plus 30 signature item, meaning that you have to invest a ton into Athalia to make it worth it. For her to be really, really successful, you have to have, again, a big investment in there, which there we go, 4 enemies. Athalia, again, plus 30 signature item with her furniture. Huge, huge investment because you still have to get the 250,000 Challengers tokens multiple times to get copies of her, where you could already have a fully built and maxed out Flora, when you're still going to be, I believe, 3 copies short of Athalia. So it's interesting. I'm working on Mahira at the moment, currently at Mythic. Yes, Mahira is absolutely awesome, her mesmerize ability. So this, we are back to Light Bearers. Do not trigger ultimates more than 1 time. All right, so this one we'll go through and we will strip again all of our gear off of our heroes. So we need Light Bearers, and I believe they are all empty. Light Bearers and no alts. Thinking maybe just save Lucius because we can do 1 alt with him, which I think will work pretty well. Rowan, Rose to up the damage. We'll try this one. We are definitely getting there. Yeah, Belinda is a super, super glass cannon. And that's why a lot of people later on in the campaign, why they replace Belinda is because of how much of a glass cannon she is. She dies really quick. So overall, we'll try to take out Belinda. We know Rowan. Yeah, let's go this route. And then no alts. So we'll just wait for Lucius. Which there, we're going to have to click it a lot quicker than that. I know this is going to be a pretty tough team. I think we might need to break out Taylene for this one. But we'll give it a couple tries. Because even Gwen is just instantly dying there. Or we can just do it once the first time and then try. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and swap it on. All right. I'm working on my hero. Yep. Belinda is amazing. Yes. And that's it, Mystical. So with Belinda, if you can get her to alt, especially multiple times. So if you're running her in the combination with Rose, super, super powerful. See, this one with Wukong, very hard for a win and use Iran. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Javid. I think we have to switch Gwen because we can't have Gwen just dying instantly right off the bat. At least need her to get a couple arrows off there. Try to take down this back line a little bit with Belinda. A lot of times, though, here with Rose, because Rose is following Rowan, we might have to switch this up as well. We'll give it like 1 or 2 more times. I did that with Iran, Sophia, comp with Pharrell. Recommend Falks over Belinda. Yes, I absolutely love Falks. Building him on this account right now. Very, very powerful hero with the crowd control aspect that he does. It is super, super powerful. He can destroy a lot of team comps. Here, as you can see, Wukong is very tough to deal with. Every time I fight Wukong, it's this constant, just massive shield that he brings. 29 gets me crazy. We're at 16. So let's see. I'm thinking, let's drop out Cecilia. We will drop in Iran just because he has the kill power to bring him. Just finally got Rowan, going to take him a while. Yes, Rowan is definitely, him and Taylene are the two in here that are just absolutely phenomenal support heroes. Like crazy, crazy good support heroes. So I'm hoping we can get a lot of tornadoes going here. Iran just absolutely destroyed. The one with Lorzim, Pharrell, and MK. Is Ezio worth it? Ezio, I do like very, very much. I think Ezio is very, very powerful. Again, getting the hero now, especially when we know for a fact that he is not going to be available later as free to play. If you can get him now free, definitely 100% pick him up as free. That way you don't have to spend money on him. Again, pick him up as a free. As a free hero, absolutely, Ezio is worth it. And in the future, if they do a rework with him, there's a lot of places that you will find teams that he works on and teams that he kind of works on really, really well with Ezio. You'll find a place for him. There is a place for him where he does really well. And here, remember, 1 alt. So we're going to try, that'll be our 1 alt. I was hoping we could do some banishes, but if we can get Wukong, I believe that is our 1 alt. I think we got it. What's going on, Motez? Do not trigger 1 ultimate ability more. Thought we only did 1 alt. Let me try that again. So the alt is off. So 1 alt. Am I missing something? I thought we only did 1, which this one we're going to get destroyed because we didn't get the banish. Now one with 1 alt is crazy. Yeah, like I said, if we can alt earlier, just need some good RNG with the tornado. Need a banish there. Yeah, this one's going to be do only Tassie alt. All right, we'll try the Tassie alt. If we could keep Leica up for a second, it would probably make a difference. All right, there's the Tassie alt. Can she do it? I think she got it. Boom! There we go. Tassie alt. Good idea there. Tassie sleep alt for the win. I play front, Lucius, Nara, and backline for all Rowan folks. With Rowan. Yeah, Jinx, that's a pretty good lineup. With the lineup, it depends who you're facing. Yeah, Tassie, if you guys don't know, we got her 9-piece. So she has her double furniture, so she does absolutely teleport like crazy. Victory Maulers and no Ranger and support. All right, so let's go with the Maulers here. You know what? I think I'm just going to leave Iran in there. Then we'll go for the rest. Or why don't we leave Rowan in there? We'll leave Rowan in there, and then we'll go with the rest of 4 Maulers. 1, 2, 3, and 4 Maulers. And Rowan. One good quad for stage 26. Depends, Don, who you have. That's kind of the big thing. It's very hard to talk about team comps just for the fact it is heroes that you have. It is really the big thing. Without really knowing what heroes you have and who you've kind of built, it's hard to see. With this one I think we can ult. If I remember, we can. But look at that. Skarath put them together. Sophia's Falling Sun destroyed them. And that was it. So no Rangers, no support. All right, so we got to take out our 1 Ranger, which is here, and then no support, which means we got to drop out Rowan. All right, so this might be a little bit fun. So we'll put in Lucius, which can be our hero, because no Ranger, no support. Let's go with the Warrior, just because he does have a heal. If we can actually get him up. So basically, Ultra Instinct. Yeah, Tassie's furniture is pretty strong. So no support, right? I think it was no support. No Ranger, no support. So no support, no Ranger. So hopefully he can tank for a little bit, and we went with double tanks. So we're just relying on our 2 damage dealers to do exactly that, just do quite a bit of damage. Because I know if Saurus can get his ult off, Lucius can shield. Look at that. Should have it done. Very nice. Just go with Damon 1 versus... Yeah, Damon is very, very powerful. Can destroy teams all by himself. I have Tassie 6-9 also with 2 red cards. Yeah, Tassie, the 9-piece Tassie is really strong with her teleportation. The only thing that I don't like is, just like a lot of the other heroes, ton of RNG. So it's kind of crazy. So Victory, Wilders, and then Theowin and Baden. Baden I don't think we have either. Theowin and Baden. Wilders we can do. Wilders will be pretty easy. Which we'll go ahead, take all this off here. So Wilders we can definitely do. Theowin and Baden, again, I don't believe that I have them. It's going to be another tough one. They tweak Tassie's furniture ability, allows Tassie to teleport way too many. Yes, and that's what a lot of people have said. Pixel is they need to nerf the furniture because it does allow her to teleport super, super fast. The only time you really see it work like that is when she is the only hero up. That's kind of the big thing with her furniture, is if she is the only hero up, because all of the enemies are targeting her, she will teleport so fast because when she gets hit, she will just go everywhere. So it contains Theowin and Baden. All right, so we'll stay with our regular team. So Theowin and Baden, which I know Theowin we got built because we have her. Theowin, and then let's go with, we'll swap Damon in here. We'll see how we do. Or no, we need Theowin, we need Baden. Again, Baden is absolutely not built, which I figured. So let's drop out one of these guys. We'll drop out. All right, so let's try Baden. A lot of people have said that Baden does surprisingly well fully built with his furniture. He's another hero that I have not seen. Do you think in the E-Run Sophia comp I should use Pharrell or Leica? Absolutely Pharrell, or excuse me, Leica, Bloody Star. You have to have Leica because of the haste. So that is what gives E-Ron the kill ability with the haste. It is that the haste. The haste is what gives E-Ron the kill ability. Haste and regen. Plus she brings the defense reduction. That's the other really, really big part that she brings. The defense reduction is huge. As you can see, Titus is just going crazy here. All right, so that is those three. Very nice. Yes, Leica does a lot of damage. You have to have Leica at her plus 20 signature item. If you really want her to be super effective, you do have to have her built up a little bit. But once you have her built, then she is all good to go. Thane, Rigby, or Rain? Kind of depends. Rain, I definitely want to see. I want to see the rework. I want to test her out. Thane does well in the Abyssal Expedition, but so does Rigby. So overall, out of those three, if I had to choose one, I would go with Rain. Just because I've seen her in a couple different team comps that she has actually done pretty well. What's going on? We are just running right now. We are running, Daniel, through the Misty Valley. We're just finishing out the Misty Valley. We have, I think, 2 or 3 stages left. And the Misty Valley will be completely done at that point. This one we're going to run with the Damon team comp. And I'm hoping, let's go with Nara here. Shamira, I like to put the call on, or actually, yeah, we'll go with the call. We'll try to get her to ult more than once. And Damon, we did the call on as well. Theowen, and then Pharrell. Yep, just running through. Like I said, we're almost done with the Misty Valley. Got, what is this, stage 19. All right, so Javid, this is the stage that you absolutely hated. Brutus or Titus, absolutely Titus. If you guys have not seen, Titus is super, super powerful. Honestly, Titus is a very, very strong hero. Overall, very, very strong. Which this one, I feel like it's probably going to take a couple tries. Maybe we can lock down Wukong, but I know he's just going to split. Which we're just getting killed instantly here. Let's try the Link up top. This is the one that Javid said was going to absolutely kill us, which, there you go, Javid. So let's look. I think we can see some of the winning formations. We don't want help. Stage info. So let's see what we went with here. Grez is in there with Damon. Full out. A Wilder team there. So let's see. Yeah, so this is going to be similar to the other one, because if you're doing 3 here, we only have 2 that beat it, which Damon, Pharrell, just put Rowan in there. And Grez, I do not have, unfortunately. And then this one is kind of similar, but no Damon. So they relied on Shamira, and Rowan. So let's swap out and we'll put in Rowan. Seems like we might need a Rowan. So let's swap out Theowen. We'll drop in Rowan. And this is why, again, so many players build Rowan. Rowan, the utility that Rowan has is absolutely crazy. Make Nara lock Mahira. All right, so we'll go Nara Mahira right there. Theowen's going out. We have... All right, let's try this one. Hopefully we can survive more than 2 seconds, which unfortunately did not happen. What's going on, Miguel? And hello from Brazil. So we got an ult off there. We got some stuns. We might be able to do it. 25 seconds is going to be hard. Which, actually, surprising enough, there we go, Javid. 19 is crazy. Let's take a look at it real quick. 8 million, 20 million from our tank, just like that. I mean, 20 million damage very, very fast from Damon to get that one done. I was hoping we wouldn't be too stuck on it for long, but that is all three of them together. Very nice. All right, so we got one more. Our final stage here, and the Misty Valley will be done. Achieve victory, Celestial, Hypogean, Dimensional. Achieve victory without any hero dying, which would be pretty interesting. All right, so let's keep rowing in. You know what? Let's just go ahead and we'll keep rowing in. And we'll see what we can do with our lockout team. Which I'm sure the lockout team will probably get destroyed, but that's okay. Grab this one, and then, of course, we're pretty close to having them fully ascended. We need two more copies, which we're going to go ahead and look for in a minute once we finish out this one. I don't think we have enough red chests. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. The God tier comp. We'll give it a couple runs because I'm sure it's going to be. I'm sure it's going to be pretty tough. We almost have this team completely done with the lockout team. So swap in Taylene and the twins. Eziz and Mahira. So here we go. Going to be a tough team to build. I'm hoping that there's the stun. Stun's off early. Twins are up. If we can keep Taylene up is what I'm hoping. Which the twins went down. That doesn't help. That's not going to hit the achievement. But we might be able to get this one done, which it looks like we will. All right. Just need to get some lucky RNG to keep the twins alive, essentially. 6,000, 20, 15. That is a solid pack. Oh, and we got the error code, of course. Been getting it a lot lately, so we'll try this a couple times. We'll go ahead and we'll get the twins down. Or keep the twins alive, hopefully. Oden, very tough to deal with in the back as well. And of course, Izold, which the twins went down there again. If Izold scales, he is very, very tough to deal with. If you don't kill him relatively early. Which it looks like we're doing pretty good. Getting the copies of Wukong down. Which again, we can't lose the twins. Let's try swapping them to the top. I think when Taylene runs away, though, that's going to destroy the twins. I think Izold's going to destroy the twins. We've got a couple more stuns there. Looking good so far. Just actually got to kill some of the enemy heroes. There's our Biggs Mesmerize. That is the way the team works. Yeah, there we go. Victory for Celestials. Achieve victory without dying. Boom. Perfect. Izold, Thursday, Izold is really, really good. You do have to have his furniture, and you also can't have him die too early. If he dies too early, he doesn't have the ability to scale. But with his furniture, he is absolutely crazy. Let's make sure. I believe that is all of our chests. There it is. So the Misty Valley is complete at this point. Again, not sure if they're just going to keep doing Misty Valley back to back to back. We need to complete this stage to get our hero. But, okay, let's look at the rewards. So overall, right now we have gold we'll always get. We need experience. This is what we're lacking to level up further. Are you in chapter 30? Nope. We have, I think, 6 stages left, Javid, and we will be there. We are very, very close. Second one, diamonds we get. Guild coin comes in time. Twisted Essence, you only get this every other day, so I go with the Twisted Essence versus buying it. Might not be the best choice, but to level up my tree, definitely going with the Essence. This one, I'm actually going to go with blue. I'm going to go with the rare because remember, on this account, with it being a pay to win, we do have a lot of copies of heroes. We have a crazy, crazy amount of heroes. So if we can get fodder for some of our heroes to level them up would be nice. Even though normally I would choose the elite stone to get another elite, I need more fodder for this account. This one, elite stone, 1,000 pole coins. Because of, again, where we are on this account, I'm going to go with the pole coins. I know we can buy them, but you know what? Let's go with stones. Just for the simple fact, there are a couple of heroes that I'm thinking about. I would love to pull Lakrita or Zephyriel. A couple copies of those would be nice. So let's go with the stones. We'll stick with the stones. Here, very, very easy choice. Red chest all day long. Both the Primordial and the Amplifying and the Poke Coins you can buy. Should I invest in Celestials for late game? You have to. DJ, you absolutely have to invest in them. This one, tier 1 stones, tier 2 stones, or the Poke Coins. I keep the tier 2 stones just because if you do need to use them. This one, again, same as this one. Red chest, definitely. And then this one will go. So we're going to have 3 extra pulls here, which is good. So there is 180. Should I invest in Celestials? Yes. Forgot I put Kelthar in the Oak Inn. Let's see what I have for him. Yeah, Kelthar is pretty good. Again, a hero that I haven't really built. Would definitely like to see him built. Yes, Celestials and the Hypogeans you have to have as you get further in the game. All right, so here's our Legends Prestige, which gives us 196, 800 of our tickets. If you guys haven't seen, very disappointed with the Esperian Idols. As you can see, we have the Twins and Taylene, which I always do for the Twins. So overall, looking at these two, is Taylene already looks simply amazing. For them to rework a skin with her, I would rather see something with the Twins personally. But Taylene overall looks pretty cool. So let's go ahead. We have 23,000 diamonds. So let's go ahead and open our chest. We'll gain a couple levels here. We'll do some summons. And then we'll go from there. So as you can see, we have 12 Elite Hero Soul Stones. So we got a lot. Taylene won across the board on everything that I've seen. Yeah, Taylene will win. And Taylene has always won pretty much everything. So 12 stones. Let's see if we can get lucky with a couple copies. Celestial and the Hypogeans are what we're looking for. Should we get a copy of Drez, which is good. Iran, Falks, and Kelthar, which is good. Rain, we want to build a little bit of food, a little bit more food, and then Chimera. So not too bad overall. Didn't see any Celestials or Hypogeans, but that's okay. Rare stones we are collecting up as well. So ascending, let's see. So that gives us a Chimera, Falks, Iran, and that gives us a Drez. So I believe that'll take Chimera up. How to beat the Mauler Tower 80. That one, I put all of my damage in the front. That's really the only way to do it, putting your tanks in the back. Most of them, Constantine, you just have to over-level it. So essentially, you'll get to a point where you're powerful enough to actually just kind of over-level it. Even here, we're short of 312, but we are definitely... Does Ezio worth it in a free-to-play account? Yes, I would absolutely pick up Ezio. We've talked about it before. Ezio I would get because, one, there are a lot of formations where Ezio does really well. Even the burst formation, some of the Daemon formations do really, really well because he can kill the heroes earlier. In addition, if they rework Ezio, you already have him. If you do not plan to buy him, since he is free, yes, 100%, I would absolutely go ahead and get Ezio for the simple fact that Ezio's free at this time. If you have the option to get him for free, yes, pick him up for free. So we're going to continue our Stargazer here from Eziz. We need 2 more copies of Eziz, and I don't believe we have enough in our Challenger store yet. Nope, Labyrinth store, still saving for some more of our Emblems of Space, buying the red chests out. Barracks will be able to get another stone out of here, and then Guild store, just kind of saving to try to get Arthur's gear. But how do I get his gear? The gear shows up right here, this little slot where this mythic staff is. It is random every single day. His gear will show up right here. Once you get, I believe, into chapter 26, you will start seeing his gear there. So we have 1 card here. And again, hoping that we can pull, we need 2 copies of Eziz, and then he will be completely done. And I'm thinking, let me know what you guys think. Should we go just use the 20,000 diamonds for Eziz? Or should we just use the 10 Stargazer cards and then regular summons? Let me know what you guys think. We're going to do a couple more summons here. We do have one of our companion point summons. I'm hoping we get lucky here with a few elites would be nice. But again, we need a lot of food as well. Izold, we've actually been looking at as well. So looking at Izold, because he is so powerful, we have 2 copies. So essentially we need 4 copies of Izold. We could do Izold as well. And that's one thing that I was thinking as well, is using the 23,000 to go ahead and do Izold. I tried to pick up the pack. It does the weird unable to connect, so I'll have to pick it up before the 2 hours. Graveborn support. No, absolutely no word on a Graveborn support. All right, so everyone is saying Eziz, including Javid. So we are going for Eziz. So here we have 5 pulls. We need 2 copies. All right, so let's see how nice the Stargazer is going to be. First one, we did get double Mauler cards, so not too bad there. 2 more copies. Pull number 2, got another elite card, but again, no copies. And this is why so many players do not use the Stargazer. There's our first copy, so we need 1. We got 2 summons left. We need 1 copy of Eziz, and he will be ascended. All right. So this might be the one. It is. Nope. Oh, all right. So our final one. Are we going to pull him on our final one? I'm hoping this will be the one for Eziz. It is not. Again, not a copy of him. But we did get another Graveborn there, which is good. For the faction scrolls, we have 30 faction scrolls here. So we're going to go for Izold. And here we are actually going to go for Graveborn. So we're going to go for Graveborn. Just because we want to see if we can pull a couple more copies of Izold. Izold's who we're looking for at this point. So 3. Not only that, is we are going to get some food out of here, which is what we want. So there's 6 rares, which is good. And we are full again. Copy of Arden there. So again, we just need some food. We really, really do need some food. So pull number 2, 5 more rares. So this will be our elite pull here, which we got a double. Look at that. Is it going to be Izold? It is Izold. Very nice. And Thorin. All right, so we need 3 copies. 3 copies in food, and we can get him up to Ascended, which would be awesome. Very, very cool. So that gives us a couple more there. We have 1 regular summons, but again, we are full. That'll give us a little bit more food, though. I believe Naru will be able to get up as well. And just 3 more. So not too lucky on that pull. Let's go ahead 1 regular summons just because we got it. And that will exhaust everything we have. And again, 3 rares. Nothing good in there. Who is more powerful, Lucreta or Zephyriel? Zephyriel is good. Lucreta has really, really shined. A lot of players that are using Lucreta have actually seen her destroy teams. She's doing awesome in the Abyssal Expedition. It seems like she is going to be way better than Zephyriel. With Zephyriel being a mage, a lot of times they have a tendency to die relatively early. So everyone that I've seen, even most of the players in casuals, have went for Lucreta versus Zephyriel. Yep. So 2 elite cards here. Oh, we're full again. All right, we're gonna have to get a couple of these heroes up. Which we got another Thorin. Thorin, another copy of him there. Maulers, Anoki. and a little bit more food. We'll just pop all these up. Again, we have so many copies of heroes. There's Inoki, there's Thorin, but we just don't have enough food to get them up to Ascended, is where we're kind of falling short. All right, I'm going to make both of them elite for the plus 20 star or the Stargazer cards. Yes, absolutely. Does Markiplier work for Stargazer as well? Is it worth enhancing Mythic Gear with no faction? No, Mythic Gear with no faction. Do not enhance it. 3 stars is kind of the top that you want to do there. So if you look here, we have Rain and Thane. We have 5 copies of Estrilda. We have 5 copies of Oscar. Again, just needing food at this point. Looks like we have a little bit of food, and then Falks we already have copies of. So since Falks is already mythic, and I do use him right now in the Abyssal Expedition, this will give us enough to get Falks up to Ascended, which is going to be nice. The heroes were because we were completely full. So there is Falks. Use our copy of Hogan to Mythic. Here's our double copies. So there is Falks to Ascended. Very, very nice. Even adding a star on him to clean up a little bit of the mailbox there. All right, so on the Maulers. Maulers, we've been looking at a couple different heroes to build. I know we got Nemesu up, but for food, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have enough to get him up to Mythic, but nothing short of that. Drez, I would like to build. Drez, I would like to see. Antandra, K-Sauce, Verk. So I'm thinking Drez. What do you think? Let me know. Should we go Drez? We can build him up. We'll just need 2 copies, which we can get out of our select summons next time to have enough to get him up to Ascended. Like I said, I would love to see him built. We already have these 4, but we don't have another tank. So I've actually been using Titus to tank, which has been working well. So let me know if you're thinking Nemesu or if we're thinking Drez, because Drez I've never seen. In the Wilders, we already have a lot of heroes built. I know we were building Gorvo at this point. Do we have enough food for him? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are going to go ahead with Ira. And look at that. So that will take Gorvo up as well. And Gorvo is brought to you by Javid, because Javid has always said he wanted me to build Gorvo, that I would never be disappointed. So Javid, there you go. There is Gorvo up to Mythic. 2 more copies will take him to Ascended, which is nice. We'll take him to 1 star here to add a little more stats. 2 stars to take him to a little more stats. So Ascended at 2 stars. Very nice. Yeah, seeing the new heroes, that's what I'm thinking. I like Nemesu. Nemesu is just a really big investment. So I do have him at a plus 30 signature item with this furniture on the Mauler account. He does well in the Mauler Tower, but Drez, I know we could use him for a couple other places. But not sure. And then Gorvo, look at that. 2-star Gorvo, there he is. We also do have our first 5-star, which is Iran. So we actually could use his food, him as food as well. We have a lot of copies of Lorzin. We have a lot of copies of pretty much everyone. 5 copies of Lorzin. So I'm going to look after this and rework a lot of the wish list, because there's a lot of heroes we're going to have to take off of here. Love Gorvo. Yes, love Gorvo. So here, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies. No, 3, 4, 5, 6 copies. 6 copies of Kelthar. Meaning we could take him, again, Ascended with 2 stars. We have Baden, we have Izold. Isabella, we have 5 copies of. Thorin, we have 5 copies of. Grez, we have a bunch of copies of. So we have a little bit of food here because we did go with the Graveborn summons. Oden, we have a ton of copies of. And Torn. So we just have so many heroes on these accounts. Because here we already have Shamira, who is almost completely maxed out. Nara, Damon, Theowin, who we built for the frame. And then we do have Pharrell there. Have food already down here. So I'm thinking maybe See, Izold. Izold is who I'm thinking just because I know the utility and I know where we're going to use him and the couple team comps that we can use him in. Let me know what you think. If you're thinking Izold, Oden, we have a bunch of copies of too that we could get up as well. Is Cirrus good? Not really. A lot of people have replaced Cirrus. Kind of a tough. I know Javid would say Oden because he said Oden and Gorvo. But here, I know we're not going to have enough food to get them all the way up. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So we're still going to be one shy of getting Oden all the way up. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Let's go with Izold. Just for the simple fact that we do not have him built. And if you guys do not know, Izold is kind of a priority. Especially when it comes to the Abyssal Expedition right now. With his furniture, I did drop him in the furniture wish list because we need to build him. He can scale billions of damage on Golas, which is crazy, so we'll actually get his food. So at least we have his signature item to start leveling that up. So one more food, and then we also do have the copies. So we have 4 more copies that we can pull out. Is what I was thinking originally. Yep, so here we have 1, 2, 3. So we need one more food, which will take him to Legendary Plus. And then so next time, you guys have to remind me next time because I have a tendency to forget. Here, we'll pull 4 copies of Izold. We'll get enough diamonds to pull 4 copies to get him to Ascended with a little bit of food. So we can complete Izold right there. All right, so the furniture... Before we conclude it for today, we are up to 19,000, which I wonder, let's reload this really quick because I want to pick up that combo pack because I actually don't want to forget about that either. So again, I don't know why. On occasion, it seems to get stuck where it will not let me. Yeah, Izold in the campaign too. 3 more Izolds, that's right. So we need 3 more, which is good because we can get a copy of Drez. So if we build Drez as well. But usually when I reset it, this will work. Yep, there we go. Because remember, this is the pay-to-win account, meaning that what do we get in super chats? What do we get in super stickers? What we get in memberships? What we make in YouTube revenue is what we put into this account, which there was another $50 spent. So we got 6,000, so 2 more pulls out of there. We're going to look for Eziz with those 20 cards, and we still do have a couple diamonds here to save for Izold, as well as some more experience. So this is actually going to allow us to go up to 311 at this point. We have been gaining a lot of levels. We've been leveling up faster than we've kind of been doing the progression. Gaze for Eziz, yes. Yeah, that's true. So I'd only need 2 copies at that point. All right, guys, 2 copies, or we need 1. 1 Eziz is all we need. So we got 20 cards. Hopefully we can pull this one out with 20 cards here, which here we get copied. Look at that. Very, very nice. So in total today, that will be 3 heroes that we've gotten Ascended. Izold, definitely a little bit closer. But there he is. So that completes the lockout team. So Eziz up to Ascended. So what we're going to start doing in the Challenger store is I am going to start buying Flora. Flora is going to be the next one that we're going to look for. So out of the lockout team, we have Taylene. The twins, we still need to get up to Ascended. Mahira is Ascended. Eziz is Ascended. And of course, Rowan is already up to Ascended. Very, very nice. You caught up to my over 1 year? Yes. Yeah, it goes by really, really quick. So very, very nice there. I know we probably got a lot in the Elder Tree with the heroes that we got up. So that'll give us 2 more levels here. And as you can see, we're leveling them evenly up to a point. So essentially, I leveled them to 25 to get the last skill. This one, 25. The Mage Tree will take to 25. The Tank Tree will take to 25. And then I focus all of them between these 3 trees. The Mage Tree and the Tank Tree stay at 25 kind of going forward. We're not going to level it up past 25. Not really that beneficial. But leveling up the additional skills, leveling this up to 30, makes a big difference when it comes to the actual skill. So let's go ahead and we'll look at the Oak Inn. Try Twins and Gaze, I think. I have Mythic plus Eziz, but only Legendary. Might Gaze Eziz first. Yeah, Darius, so depending on who you're using, because if you're using Taylene will work. You do need her signature item, though. Taylene will only shine with her signature item. Once you have her at Mythic is going to be the big difference. We have 25,000 here. Again, we changed up the workshop a little because we dropped Izold in here, which will have him completely built next time. We also do have the twins that will have built shortly, which is good. Very, very powerful signature items. And all of their signature item, or all the furniture, is all over the place because right now, this is the team that I'm using currently in the Abyssal Expedition. So these were the high priority heroes that we're using in the expedition. So let's go ahead. We're just going to do all of our summons for the team that we have here. So I'm hoping we can pull a couple of red pieces out of here, which is some legendary. There's our little red twinkle. So first one, we got a piece for Damon. Very nice. He is getting close to his 9-piece. I believe that gives him a 6-piece. Who has a higher base dodge, Iran or Athalia? Put Aziz in the Oaken Inn. Aziz is in there. He's there. How do you revive people? Zelda, there's no way to actually revive. What do you mean put him? Oh, yeah, we'll place him in the inn. Sorry, I thought you meant in the wish list. Yeah, we'll place him in the inn. And look at that, back-to-back red furniture. Double red, look at that. An Iran and a Leica piece, double red furniture. That is better than a triple elite pull. Very, very cool. Double Wilder, double Rangers. That is awesome. In a triple, look at that. Red furniture, red furniture, red furniture. To another piece for Sophia. Very nice. Back to back to back red furniture just like that. Not only are we going to get a couple pieces out of here, another little red twinkle, so we just skipped one, and another piece for Sophia, which is a brand new piece. Wow, this is a lot of red furniture. This is going to be awesome. I would recommend that you build Torn, at least on the Graveborn. Yes, Torn I have heard. Like I said, there were some videos that were sent over of Torn just absolutely destroying teams, destroying the campaign. A lot of stuff that they were just absolutely destroying. So here, these are the 3 heroes that we got up to Ascended today. So we'll drop Eziz in here. We'll go ahead and unlock a room. And we also will add Falks. Falks is a hero, again, that does really well in the Abyssal Expedition because of the crowd control aspect. And of course, we're putting Gorvo in there, Javid's favorite. Yeah, very, very lucky with the furniture. And it's interesting because I don't have anywhere near this luck. Most of the time when I summons, especially with the faction accounts or the main account, streaming, it seems like we do very, very good. Yeah, very impressed. Is that with Torn, Javid? So let's go ahead and even here. And I want to see just kind of where we're at. I'm going to swap all these out anyways. I want to swap in my 2 primary teams and see just kind of where we're at with the campaign progression overall. So I know Eziz we have, which is going up. We don't have the twins in here, but we do have Mahira. So we got our Iran. We need Sophia in there. We have Rowan in there, which there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then lockout team, which is Rowan. Izold, we're definitely going to put in there. Mahira, we're going to put in there. Which Izold we can't put in. The twins we can't put in. Those are our last 2. But who am I missing here? Not Damon. Is that all we got? Because I know Rowan is shared. Yep, so that's what we need. I just want to see where we're at with the signature item because I believe Damon is almost completely maxed out. Eziz, I'm actually going to unlock some of his rooms. Just because I want to see, I think we already have his 3 set bonus, which we do. Aziz's set bonus is very, very powerful. But I want to see exactly where we have him. So Eziz fully geared out, because I know we had a couple copies for him. We have 6 of 9. Wow, so we already pretty much have Eziz built. We have 3 pieces of furniture there already. We could get him 9 of 9. We could get Eziz to 9 of 9, so Ascended and to 9 of 9. When he used the ability Feeble Mind, he receives 60% less damage from the enemies and cannot be crowd controlled. Very, very strong survivability for him. So we already have Eziz at 6 of 9. Not sure for Izold if we have any at this point, but that is very cool to see. Let me see. I'm trying to think to go through the actual list. If I can just go through the list short of here to see. And I wish we could sort this. So if I could just literally pick up for Izold, which I think it shows me what's not equipped. So that doesn't help. Yeah, I'm thinking is 9 of 9 because we already have Tassie at 9 of 9. We already have Leica, I believe, at 4 of 9, which is awesome. Tassie is already at 9 of 9. Iran is close. I know we got a couple pieces for Saurus. Not what I asked, obviously. Who's better out of the 2 new heroes? Lucreta. Lucreta is the best out of her and Zafriel. Definitely the best. So I want to see. So where's my Izold Greyborn? So we have 1 piece right there for Izold that's on Nara. So we already have his 1 piece. That's all we have though, only 1. That's okay though, so we only need 2. So we only need 2. Once we get him up next time, we'll be able to get a little bit of furniture. So right now we're going to save the red cards. Got him 9 of 9. You want to see Eziz 9 of 9? Leica next 9 of 9 after Eziz. All right, so let's pull the 3 for Eziz though. So we will get Eziz completely maxed out. There he is, 6 of 9. All right, so let's pull. This is the reason we saved the card. So when he's at 9 of 9. All right, so we will go with Eziz. So 6 of 9, so there is his 7 of 9. Which is good. We'll pull 1 more here. So 8 of 9, and then finally his final one, which will be the Mind Focus for 9 of 9. There we go. So there he is at 9 of 9, Smart Selection. Let's optimize him. There it is, 9 of 9. So he is done. So our second one done. I know Taylene is really close to being done as well. We have Tassie done. Collect all mythic hypogen furniture, which we have. So that'll actually let us outfit his room as well. And there it is. So his 9 of 9. So not only 60% less damage when he uses the ability. And the themes I actually like a lot. So there is his set, the Fallen Prison set. So very cool. So Eziz is done. Tassie is done. We'll continue to build the rest of the heroes. Yes, the cards don't have duplicates. Don't forget to equip after every card. So there we go. Eziz is done. Very nice. Like I said, Taylene is pretty close to being done as well. Which let me see where she's at. She's actually in the 3rd tower. Because I believe we have the same. I think we might have 5 of 9 or 6 of 9 for her. 4 of 9. So we only have 4 pieces for her, but Taylene will be a good one. I know the twins have been in there for a while. So the twins, we have 1 there, we have 1 there. For the twins, we have a lot of furniture too, because we have double there that's already on Rose. And I believe we do have 2 more. So the twins, we already have 4. So once we get the twins up to Ascended, we already have 4 of 9 furniture for the twins, which is awesome. So the team's definitely coming along. Very, very stoked for the team. Glad we cleared out there. 29-54 is where we're at. So we're going to have to go ahead and switch up some of the stuff in here. So the workshop and the wish list. Yep, so Eziz is done, 9 of 9. So we'll drop him out. Question is, who do we add in? I'm thinking probably Nara. I know we already have Pharrell in there. You know what? Let's go with Scrag. Everybody loves Scrag. If you guys have not seen Scrag's furniture, Scrag has semi-joined the God tier team, which I took out the wrong hero there. I believe there we had an Iran. Scrag is very, very powerful with his furniture. Because of the mitigation. If you have not seen his furniture, I'll show you really quick. It is crazy, crazy how strong his furniture is. Yeah, I caught that really quick, which I'm lucky I caught that real quick. So looking here, actually we'll go back here and look at him. So looking at his furniture, and this is what I've started using. So all allied heroes within the enemy half of the battlefield have their attack rating increased by 20%, also receive 25% less damage. So when he pushes to the enemy side, especially when he goes there with Titus, Titus does more damage, has damage mitigation. I pull that also with Inoki, but you can do it with any hero. Athalia that goes on the enemy side, a couple other heroes literally that go on the enemy side can boost their attack rating and receive less damage, which is awesome. But his 9-piece is what people want. So ability, allied heroes recover 100 energy points every 3 seconds, which is far better than Eziz. I know he doesn't have the lockout ability with the ultimate abilities, but this is a higher regeneration than what you're getting from Eziz if he is on the enemy side. So it's pretty cool to see. Why a lot of players have started swapping Scrag in there overall. But very, very excited about the progression today. So we got Falks to Ascended, which is awesome. We got Gorvo up to 2 stars, which is awesome. Falks, we even added a star on there. So we got Gorvo done. Crazy progression here. Izold, definitely want to build Izold. We've been saving up our signature item or the emblems there. And then of course we got Eziz up with his 9-piece bonus for furniture. So essentially with getting him to Ascended, he went from no furniture to a 9-piece furniture bonus with the survivability, which is again, absolutely crazy to see. Just have to get his gear out, but his signature item as well is pretty close to being all the way up. We already have it at plus 27, so definitely building him. Very, very cool to see him at the 9-piece. Yep, we dropped Iran back in. I didn't realize it at first, but thank you guys for joining me for the live stream today. We're about an hour and 15 minutes. Absolutely phenomenal progression. I'm going to go ahead and record some of the campaign. We'll do some campaign push in a little bit. If I can live stream it, I will go ahead and live stream it. But here we get a couple more emblems. Overall, super, super impressed with the progression that we've made. Heroes are already on level 312. They're scaling about 1 level a day. As you can see, we have quite a bit of EXP left, but we are out of gold again, which is the reason I haven't been buying many emblems. We're out of gold. 8 made Aziz level 30. Level 30, should I make him 35? Are you talking about for the signature item, Biqua? If you're going for the signature item stays at 30. Plus 40 is good, but there's no additional abilities. It is just straight stats. So keeping them at 30 is fine. If you're putting more, if you have all of your heroes maxed out, great. Take them above 30 just for the sheer stats, but there is no reason to take any of the heroes above the plus 30 short of stats. So essentially, like we said before, taking a hero like Mahira from a plus 30 signature item to a plus 40 signature item, it costs a little over 1,000 emblems, which essentially you could take 3 other heroes from a plus 20 to a plus 30 in the same amount of time as it takes to take a hero from a plus 30 to a plus 40. making it not worth it. The investment, if you're not a whale and putting a ton of money into the heroes and into the red chest, there's no reason to take them because it is super expensive, super expensive. Now, in the same manner, if you're sitting on 40 heroes that are at a plus 30 signature item, go ahead. I mean, once you have so many heroes built, there's no reason really not to once you get that far in the game. But as you can see here, we have furniture sets already on. Tassie is maxed out. We have Leica's furniture. We have Sophia's. We have quite a few other ones. Eziz is maxed out. We have Mahira. We have Damon, and we have Taylene and Rowan. A lot of heroes are starting to get maxed out. Remember, this account is about 4 months old at this point. So 4 months old, 63 million power in total, which is our overall combat rating. So we are doing very well with progression. And I mean, just look at the heroes that we have. I mean, even including the dimensionals and Zafrio, we have 10 or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, almost 30 heroes, probably about 26 heroes in total that are built, which we're pretty close. 24 heroes that are built, not including any of them. So we're pretty close to unlocking the next part of the near torch. And then we just have, of course, the 50 ascended. So we are definitely getting close. We have the heroes. That's kind of the big thing here is we have the heroes. I mean, even Astrilda we could ascend, Oscar we could ascend, Belinda we could ascend. We just need food. Same with this, Drez, pretty close to ascended. Noki we have 4 copies, so we could ascend. Nimisu we have 4, we could ascend. Again, a lot of heroes, if we had food, we could ascend. Super excited. Next time we're on, we will try out Gorvo. We'll gear him up. We'll get him all ready because we do have gear for Saurus. So swapping it to Gorvo with the team comp will be very awesome to see. So next time we'll run Gorvo through the campaign a little bit, see how well it does with the Iran team. And then, of course, we did build Izold as well, but we have a ton of Kelthar, ton of Thorin, Grez, quite a few, a ton of Isabella. I mean, we have 6 copies of her as well, and Oden. So we have a ton of heroes we can build. Again, just need food. Overall, just need a ton of blue cards. And since we have Aziz completely built, we are going to focus on Flora. So Flora is going to be the hero that we're looking at going forward in the Challenger Store. I'm not going to build Athalia. As you can see, we do have her there that we've just naturally pulled at Elite Plus. But Flora, just because she is cheaper, and there are a couple comps that we can use her with, we will. In the future, we'll build Orthos. We'll build a lot of the other heroes. Wukong, we've gotten a lot of copies of him as well. And we can buy him out of the store because we do get a big bonus out of the Arcane Labyrinth. Because remember, we are VIP 14 at this point, meaning we get 100% more Labyrinth coins versus being where you can max out kind of VIP 10. This is where you can max out as free to play, which is just Labyrinth Gold. But we're at the point of getting 100% more Labyrinth tokens. So double what you normally get out of there. And then, of course, here is the big one, VIP 15, which will be shortly, depending on, again, the Super Chats, donations, what we put into this account, because we are at 312. We need 187 left, so not too far off. The more that we get, the more we put into this account, the faster it will build and the more we will progress. We're going to finish out chapter 29 shortly so we can go into 30. Make sure we do it before the Misty Valley is done. That way we can pull a choice hero, which is of course going to be Izold. So that will require only 2 more copies of Izold and he will be done. Just got to get him some furniture and he will be just absolutely ready to destroy. We will save the guild bosses to test him in. We'll save some of the Twisted Essence bosses to test him in. And you guys can really see the insane, crazy damage that Izold is putting out. But again, thank you guys for joining me today for the live stream. Absolutely love answering all the questions. Got a lot accomplished today, especially finishing out the Misty Valley. Stargaze for twins. Yes, stargazing for twins until they are up to Ascended will be next. So we'll buy Flora out of the Challenger Store. We'll pick up Wukong out of the Arcane Labyrinth shop. Casuals, AE, reveal when. We are waiting for the respawn right now. So the video that I put out 10 o'clock this morning was our 3rd kill. So we're waiting on the 4th kill. We believe, I think we have about 10 or 11 more hours until the respawn. Yeah, 5-star Ascended Celestials. They're coming soon. Remember, when you're adding a star to a hero, it adds roughly 2.5 stats. When you're ascending a hero, it adds 20%. So it is a lot more beneficial to take heroes to Mythic Plus and to Ascended versus adding stars. But there will be a point that we will add more stars to. So again, thank you guys for joining me for the live stream. Absolutely love doing the live stream. Definitely it is the most fun that I have in AFK Arena to be able to share it with you guys and answer the questions. So again, thank you guys for joining me today. Have a good day. I'm going to hop off here, go get some things done around here. Already got the shopping done, so spend some time with the kids. But again, have a good Sunday. Be safe, and thank you for watching.